Welcome to the first episode of Summer Camp, a series where we explore the journey of building community through baseball. I'm Hyung Cho, and today we're focusing on Kyopo Baseball, a program close to my heart. We're gearing up for an exciting youth camp in collaboration with the Korean Canadian Athletic Association and Hena Choi, aka 18 Hens on Instagram and TikTok, a key partner in helping us bring it all together. So we're filming episode 1 here. Thank you, Henna, for coming and joining us and helping us. This is a joint collaboration with Kyopo Baseball, KCAA, which is the Korean Canadian Athletic Association, and Jeep, who is our sponsor for our youth camp coming up. So I wanted to one, thank you for helping us out. Without you, we wouldn't be able to probably do this. But yeah, I wanted to kind of discuss our game plan for today and what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, the Korean Canadian Athletic Association, we've evolved a lot over the last decade. I have only been involved for 2 years since I started falling in love with sports, but I think it's a really great medium for us to kind of nurture the new generation of Korean kids and athletes, because we're really realizing sport is about learning life, and it's a great way to build that community. And so yeah, that's why I'm involved. And I think with this upcoming baseball camp, we're trying something new. I think that will be a really good way to test the waters and see how ready the Korean community is to come together and make this a reoccurring thing.
So back in 2019, me and Ryan Nam, who is a player of Kyopo Baseball, we started Kyopo Baseball because there was not an avenue for the Korean community to have a competitive baseball team. And why I love sports so much, especially at the kind of the youth level into transitioning to an adult, it teaches you so many life lessons, like you were saying. Specifically in baseball, it's a game of failure, it's a game of adversity. If you want to be good, you got to have discipline, you got to have confidence in yourself, and these are all things that build up to that skill set. And I think it's crucial for us to kind of teach that into our communities, because it's not about getting a scholarship or playing professional baseball. It's all about that experience you get that allows you to learn those lessons and to now transitioning into life skills. So we want to create leaders and next generation leaders. So this is also why we're doing the youth camp. It's a way that we could share the game of baseball. We love baseball. It's a way we could share that game into the youth. And that's kind of why we're making this camp on August 22nd.
Yeah, so the KCAA also realized that the Korean community, we've done so much, we've come so far, but I think where we lack in terms of leadership, even in corporate positions, is that lack of well-roundedness. I think thus far our community has focused so much on academics and excelling in those fields, and we don't really give credit to sports or music, arts, entertainment, stuff that really makes us shine, in my opinion. And I think having this camp be like a starting point to kind of drive that point home is going to be really cool.
So today we have something excited lined up, and like I said, it's I respect your talent and what you bring to the table and how you're going to help us out. And what I was thinking was, for this camp that we're running, I would love to provide lunch for the kids. So one of the best ways to do that is partner up with the restaurant, use our skill sets that we could bring value to that restaurant, and in return, we'll get the lunches taken care of from Jeep, which we're super grateful that they're willing to work with us. So, but before that, I just wanted to share your background, because I know you were a lawyer before, which is crazy, and now you're in full-time social media. I don't want to necessarily call you an influencer because I think you're more than that, but the skill set of marketing, how important do you realize that is, I guess, coming from that corporate world to kind of where you are today?
Yeah, so what I learned in the last 2 years of doing this, learning a lot about myself, is I've always enjoyed telling stories. And I think that's the part of lawyering that I did enjoy, is being able to convince somebody based, of anything, based on how you tell a certain story. And I think at the time when I started transitioning into social media, I was just telling the story of my life as authentically as possible. And at that time, I was really struggling. So that was the story that I was putting out there, that I'm a professional, but I'm really struggling mentally, and this is not how I want to live my life. That naturally transitioned into me finding the things that I enjoy, which has been, social media, just things like more creative ventures like that. And so I've been doing much better mentally, physically, spiritually. Everything has been kind of aligning for me. I think I'm starting to find my way in life. But I'm at an interesting point now. I know you said you didn't want to call me an influencer, and I appreciate that because, to me, being an influencer, there is obviously like a marketing value to it, but it doesn't fulfill me in the way that, let's say, lawyering did. I really enjoyed being able to actually help people, provide people with a skill set that they don't necessarily have. And with influencing, I'm learning that that skill set is actually even harder and more unique to acquire than lawyering. And so now that I have a platform, I'm at a point where I want to be able to use what I learned to help out our community. And that's why I kind of started volunteering again with the KCAA, and now doing kind of like restaurant collabs, showcasing small businesses and people that just work really hard in our community. I love collaborating with them because I can tell their story for them in a way that works with everybody, and it gets seen by so many people. And I think that's the value I bring to KCAA, but also hopefully to, Papjeep and other restaurants.
I like that you mentioned like authenticity, I think is the missing ingredient in today's society, especially in the Korean community, because we were all brought up to hit a certain type of expectation, but then we realize that doesn't make us happy inside or fulfilled. And I encourage at least, the people in my community that I have impact on to be authentic, be your authentic self, be your creative self. You're gonna fail a lot, but at the end of the day, you're gonna know things about yourself that you've never known before. And I think that's the journey of rediscovering who you are and kind of like what you're meant to kind of do. So I love that story that you brought it up, and I'm super excited that we're able to use your skill set. And like you said, it should be community building. Like we shouldn't ever be going against each other as one community. We should be all helping each other out, using our resources that we have to be able to strengthen the community, give a good message for the next generation of Koreans, and as well as be of value to small businesses within the community, because it's a cycle. It's a ongoing process that I think, especially nowadays with social media being the front runner of everything that we do, restaurants and small businesses have to go out of that old school mentality of, oh, my restaurant's the best and it's just gonna be great because my food's the best. And we all know that, we've all tried restaurants that might not have the best food, but they do well because they know how to market. And I think it's a skill set that is a lost art, especially in the Korean community. And it's good to see that you're able to rediscover that within our community. So with that said, what is our game plan with Papjeep, and how are we going to market them and help them get attention today?
So the plan today is to head on over to their Thornhill location. We were told that they have a tonkatsu challenge that they're offering at their Richmond Hill location, but we're gonna go try that. I'm gonna try that, and we're gonna bring along Kevin, who is a player on the Kyopo team, to hopefully finish that, because I know I can't. And while we're there, we'll also order a couple of other things, showcase how good the food is, because truly the food really is that good. And yeah, I'm hoping that people love a challenge on social media, but people also love discovering hidden gems. And I really do think that Papjeep is one of those places. So I'm just hoping, yeah, it gets to as many people as possible. And we will also obviously talk about the baseball camp and bring in Papjip's involvement with that. And yeah, that's the plan today.
Sounds good. Let's go. Papjip, when did it establish?
We started about 2 years ago. First, we opened up as a 중국집, the Korean Chinese restaurant, and it didn't work out well. So we closed down after a year and a half. And then we switched to brunch store, MA, and it only lasted 6 months. And the COVID hit. And then we shut down for 2 years.
Wow.
And then we reopened as a bar, 소주 한 잔. They didn't last long. And then it was our 5th try for Papjip, and finally it worked.
I'm part of KCAA, the Korean Canadian Athletic Association, and I realized that the skill set I bring to that organization, aside from my love of sports, is the social media work that I do. I realize I'm in a kind of unique position. I have a platform and people watch what I have to do, what I have to say, and I found that it has been really beneficial to small businesses, larger businesses, people that want to get a message out. And so now I'm really glad that I can help my community, because I've always been really involved with the Korean community, and now it just feels like everything is kind of coming together. And so with this collaboration, I mean, you're really helping us out by making this camp like so awesome for the kids to have free, good food. But also in return, I want to be able to show everybody how great this restaurant is, because I'm actually a big fan of this restaurant. I'm here all the time. Yeah, I bring my family. It's like I'm here for the naengmyeon every summer. So to be able to kind of like really be honest about my love for these businesses is so awesome. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from this collaboration. And then also hopefully to get the word out about this baseball camp, time permitting, as long as we get this done on time, to really show people that the Korean community does things together. That, yeah.
Yeah, no, henna's like invaluable for this equation. I don't think we could have done what we're capable of, because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is we want to bring value to you, because why would you sponsor a camp if we can't create that mutual value to you guys? So I think collabing within the Korean community is so important and I think that's what we don't do here in Toronto as much as we should do. Is a lot of Korean people have skill sets and talents. It's about working together. So that's kind of how we brought this all together. Is, you know what, Tori is a restaurant owner, well-known restaurant owner. We have Piggies across the way as well. So yeah, we just want to help where we can and run a successful camp, and we appreciate you taking the time.
You guys ready for the challenge?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
So, how do you feel? Full?
Sick. Like I feel sick, but it was actually really good.
Yeah. How do you think the ad went?
Good. I was just reviewing the footage. Kevin's such a good sport. Truly, I can't believe
He's a slow eater though. I will say that.
No, honestly, when he took his first bite, he was like cutting it so fancy, and I was like, what is happening? Like I was like caveman styling it. But you know, I guess he does have a bigger stomach at the end of the day. Yeah, but that was fun.
What was I guess in terms of the footage that you got, what was the goal, like that you're trying to capture? Because the challenge was good from a content standpoint.
Yeah,
so you had something to work with. What was kind of like the framework that you're going for when you're producing it?
Just, I mean, with these like food challenges, like the food has to be good for the people to actually want to come do it. And I think with Kevin finishing it, I think that goal was achieved, because it actually was very tasty. But like 7 minutes? What the? I don't know. I think you might be able to do it. Like people who could actually like eat fast, eat lots. But yeah, I don't know. Oh my gosh, like my stomach. Good thing I went to the bathroom before this. Like seriously, because I went over there because I knew I was like, you know what, I should empty before I go. Ooh,
Nice. Yep. You good.
amazing. But yeah, it's actually really interesting that this is his 5th attempt. Like, you know
I
what
think
mean?
I think people don't realize like how much struggle you have to go through to be successful. And I think a lot of people just see the results. And it's like you too. It's like when you're producing content, people just see the results and think it's like, oh, you're just living life, you're doing it easy. It's like I'm sure there's a lot of failure involved, right?
But you know what? Like, it makes sense why Papsip does well, because the food is actually really good. I remember the first time I came here, I was literally shocked when I had the naengmyeon, because it's like, in my opinion, even better than the other place that people go to. But like just everything else too. I always bring my friends here after golf, because like the food is actually good. And I've been to what these businesses were at this location before this. I don't know if they were his or whatever. This is by
I think they
far-
were.
Yeah, this is by far the most, like, in my opinion,
Yeah.
successful all around. So good.
Nice, nice.
Right now, we're at the Richmond Hill location of Papsip, where we just were. If you want to try the Tonkatsu Challenge, this is the location to do that. Please try it, tag us, let us know if you can finish it, because I highly doubt anyone can. And thank you to Papsip again for sponsoring our camp, which is happening on August 22nd.
And if you want to sign up your kid, the link is in the KCAA bio on Instagram. We welcome anybody with any type of background in baseball if you're interested. We have great coaches, and we look forward to seeing you there.